think we are good. So thanks everybody for joining us today. Thanks for coming out to the first ever NativeScript Developer Day. We are happy to be here and we are happy that you are here as well.
So I'm Jen and this is TJ. TJ's my colleague in the DevRel space with me. You can certainly follow us on Twitter at Jen Looper, at tjvantoll. We're always available for your questions and comments. So today we're going to talk a little bit more about what's new in NativeScript 2.3. We're going to cover 5 elements and we're going to start with the core.
Yeah, and now, to be fair, there is so much new in NativeScript. This is going to be a rapid fire. We're just going to talk about core, plugins, community, everything. They're only giving us a half hour here to talk about it, so we're going to try to fit a lot in. We're going to start with what's new in the NativeScript core framework, and there's a lot of things that shipped with 2.3 and 2.2. But perhaps my favorite thing, even though this maybe not be the biggest feature, is that you can now live sync on multiple devices at the same time. Now, this is cool, and I've got, oops, there's my example. Oh, it's up there. That's perfect. So I'm going to show this off real quick. Let's see if the demo gods go 2 for 2 here. So I have my little app here, and I'm going to start up live sync. Now, you know, if you've used this command before, that previously you would have to say live sync, and you'd have to say iOS or Android. You'd have to be specific. But now, you can just generically say, watch my code with live sync. And the live sync command is smart enough to detect any devices. In this case, it should pick up on my Android and iOS device that I have sitting over here. It's also going to take a minute because it's also going to set up some TypeScript watchers, do the necessary work to sort of set things up to get us up and running. What I'm going to do is you see these bottom buttons. They're sort of the default Android and iOS buttons. It's sort of what ships by default. And I want to show how we can instead use the new NativeScript themes to sort of play around with how these buttons look. And you can see live syncs syncing these up, so I should be good to go. Transferring project files, we should be good to watch changes here in a second. So I'm going to go to where this button is defined right here. You can see I have no class names. I'm not doing anything special to style this button. This is why I have the Android and iOS defaults. Watching for file changes, perfect. So I'm going to say this is a button. What am I going to do? I'm going to put a little outline on the button. And if live sync works and the demo guides are with me, watch these bottom buttons on the screen. Live sync will sequentially update the things you have on the screen. Now, I only have 2 emulators up here because I don't want to test Fate too much. But if you have like a cool USB hub and you've got a device lab and you got some iPads and you got some Nexus tablets and all these other things, you can totally hook those up and have fun messing buttons and seeing them. I can just keep going. I can make this small. The NativeScript core theme is sort of cool. If you look at these class names, I could play around with this all day. This is, I think, a little rounded button. You can barely see it, but it shows up there on iOS and Android. So that's live sync on multiple devices. Go back to the slide, play from current slide. There we go. Another thing is you can also run and watch your apps at the same time. Now, if you've used NativeScript before, if you're a long-time NativeScript user, you may know that your workflow is typically you would run your app, you do something like TNS run, TNS emulate, something like that. And then you'd also have to kick off live sync as well. Well, our CLI team has implemented a neat little shortcut so that you can just use the run command or the emulate command and include a dash watch flag so that you can run and emulate at the same time. You can also, as of the latest release, also live sync and debug at the same time. Now, if you were in the workshop yesterday, which a lot of you were, you got to play a little bit with our NativeScript debugger and our NativeScript debugger in Visual Studio Code. Well, if you're a user of the TNS debug command and you want to do step debugging on iOS and Android, the debug command now has a watch flag, so you can debug and watch, which is great for debugging as you're testing out your code and also running the debugger as well. Next one I have on my list is Webpack. Actually, how many people are Webpack users? How many people? It's like a third, half of people. If you're not familiar with Webpack, it's basically a bundler. The name is actually pretty accurate. It's a packer. So if you think on the web, you have a bunch of JavaScript code, and you need to make it into a small bundle in order to ship a performant application on the web. With NativeScript, it's quite similar. We're running JavaScript code as well, so we are using Webpack as well. And it can make quite a difference. If you take the vanilla NativeScript apps, for instance, you get about a 35% reduction in app size if you build with Webpack. Now, we are working on trying to make this smarter. There's a lot more you can do with Webpack. The Angular team is starting to use Webpack fairly heavily, and we're looking to leverage some of those things as well. So think like hot reloading of TypeScript files on the fly. This is something that Webpack provides and that we can leverage as well, and that work is ongoing. The other one I have is threading. Bert talked about that briefly, so if you're interested, let us know about the samples. We're looking for feedback on our threading implementations. We'd love to hear your use cases, what you're trying to accomplish. The other one is Angular 2 Final. I just wanted to briefly make a note that I think it's pretty cool that we shipped our Angular 2 Final integration, I think, about 10 hours after Angular 2 pushed to NPM. So pretty excited about that. And I wanted to just give a shout out to the engineering team for pulling that off, because that was pretty incredible. Speaking of getting things quickly, we also have next builds for everything NativeScript. So what this is basically nightly releases of NativeScript. So if you see a new feature land in a GitHub commit and you're like, oh man, I need that in my application, but I have to wait for a next NativeScript release. Who wants to do that, Jen?
Nobody wants that, teacher.
So you can now use the next builds, and this is available for the CLI, so you can npm install -g NativeScript.next, but you can also get it for the iOS runtime. You can also get it for the Android runtime, the NativeScript modules. So really cool if you want to test something out earlier, if you see a fix come in, a feature come in that you want to test, absolutely try out the next build. Yay! Applause. Applause for the next build. So, but Jen, there's more new. There's way more. We're just getting started. What is new in tooling, Jen?
I feel like we're at ngConf all over again, and I need that chef's hat. So tooling is very important for the developer to be efficient, to really get moving quickly with NativeScript. So I just wanted to, again, call out our beautiful theme. I don't know if Todd and Bert talked about this so much, but NativeScript themes were really a community sort of generated project. It's very, very exciting to watch this being built. So these are these beautiful skins that we'll be shipping in default apps soon. And again, they're open source. We're looking for feedback, but you can certainly try them out and test them and see how they work on your devices. You can also take a look at the new code samples that we have. You can go to the docs, go to NativeScript docs, and look in the sidebar for code samples. So these are copy and paste friendly samples of common UI scenarios that you're going to be looking for, and you can certainly find them on GitHub and build them to your device and test them out. Also open source, and so please take a look, give us some feedback, and see if they're helpful to you. I think it's a great way to onboard newer users as well. And then we have UI for NativeScript. Everybody loves UI for NativeScript. It's beautiful. So we have, already you're familiar with the side drawer and this very interesting list view that you can slide and reshuffle and reorder. The calendar, I'm actually using this in my Practice Buddy app. I'm so excited. Those kids are going to practice like no tomorrow because they're going to be reminded to do so. So, and we also have these amazing charts. They just animate so beautifully, and they have these beautiful line charts. It's so nice. So again, if you purchase NativeScript UI for NativeScript in this conference, we're happy to give you a nice hoodie. So that's cool. And the new element that's being shipped very, very shortly in UI for NativeScript is this beautiful data form. So I don't know about you, but I really hate designing forms on for mobile. It's just like a chore. And I think I was talking to someone yesterday in the workshop about how we can, this particular data form will really help you with speeding up that process. So this is new and it's very awesome. And then we have Tell Alert Platform. I saw a couple of happy platform users in the workshop yesterday. I was really happy to see that. So you can use Tell Alert Platform to build apps using the online web tooling. You can use plugins using App Builder for your favorite IDEs. And the latest release for Platform has full support for NativeScript 2.3 and Angular 2, now a platform with more Angular. So, and also I had a sneak peek of the Visual Studio plugin, which has these amazing enhancements with IntelliSense, and you can use it to dig straight into NPM and bring NPM modules right into your app. It's really, really nice if you're a Visual Studio user. Very, very good. So let's talk about plugins. Plugins.
Yeah, there's also a lot new in plugins. There are a lot of plugins. I think this number, I made this slide a week ago. This is already out of date. It's about 300 plugins now, so make sure to check it out. I wanted to give a special shout out to a few plugins in particular. One is the OAuth plugin by Alex Viskin. Where is Alex? He's somewhere here. Yep, back there. I'm going to give the shout out for two reasons. The first is that it's quite amazing and it supports a lot of different protocols. So if you need to authenticate with, let's see, I've got my list here, Microsoft Live, Office 365, Facebook, Google, any of these providers that are pretty common in applications to need to authenticate with, make sure to check out this plugin. But the other reason I wanted to give a shout out to this plugin is this logo is freaking amazing. I don't know, just for a plugin, it's got the shadows, and as someone who can't design anything,
This is Alex Photoshop skills.
I am incredibly impressed. But make sure to check it out. The other plugin I'm going to give a special shout out to is our Firebase plugin, because our plugin our plugin master, Eddie Verbruggen, has been spending a lot of time and effort on this plugin because we've added a bunch of features that see the full list: real-time database, authentication, remote config, cloud messaging, storage, crash supporting, analytics. So a lot of things have been added to this plugin. If you are a Firebase user, Firebase is just a really popular cloud storage provider. Make sure to check out this plugin, and it works really well with NativeScript as well. Now, Todd already covered the top 10 plugin downloads, but for today we have one additional stat. We have the top plugin creators. So this is generated from data that Nathaniel Anderson has. So special shout out to Peter, Sean, Robert, Alex, Steve, Josh, Nathan, OC, yes, Eddie, Marcel, Nathaniel, and Brad Martin. Thank you very much. Now, just for one moment, I want to show, one thing that I think is cool about this list is, if you know, there are 0 employees of Progress Software on this list, which you can interpret that one of 2 ways. Jen, we didn't make the cut. We're not in the top, I don't even know, top 12 or however many people I have up there. I think it's a real testament, though, to the strength of the NativeScript community, that we have so many active community members and a really diverse set of plugin creators that are helping make NativeScript great. And speaking of community, Jen, we have some community updates as well.
Community, we love our community. I've been involved in a lot of different communities, and this is really the most amazing. I can say this without reserve. It's so exciting to see it just blow up on Slack, and people are just so enthusiastic, so excited, and so kind. I appreciate this. They're very, very nice people. So we're going to talk about the 5 elements that make up community. First off, there's no community without engineering. Without this product, there is no community. So I want to just give one more shout out to our fabulous NativeScript engineers. They're creating NativeScript, as you see. So this is how we roll in Sofia.
That's how the sausage is made.
That's pretty much it. So get lots of drinking. So I'm not going to make you guys stand up, but there's a lot of great people back there, and you should all go chat with them. So I also run a program called the Telerik Developer Expert Program. And a lot of these, there are 40 of them, they're all over the world. We're very, very happy to have these great people involved in our community and representing all of our products. But the contingency that supports NativeScript are amazing. I want to clap hands. Amazing people. And drop the mic. And just to give some names to these beautiful faces, we have George Sade, Brad Martin, Steve McNiven-Scott, Mike Branstein, Carrie Payette, Hussein Yaoui, Osi Fortune, Nick Raboy, Josh Summer, Alex Ziskin, Nathan Walker, Nick Branstein, the Brosdeens, Lino Tadros, Nathaniel Anderson, George Edwards, and Ray Camden. It's really, really great to see all these people, and they support, they support NativeScript, but a lot of them also support things like Sitefinity, Kendo UI, and Telerik Platform as well. So great, great people, some of whom are here with us today. So let's talk about Slack. I'm on Slack 24/7. I'm sure a lot of you all are too. And it's by far the most interesting Slack channel that I'm part of is our NativeScript community Slack. I just grabbed the statistics this morning. We have almost 2,000 people in NativeScript community Slack channel. They are posting lots and lots of messages, lots of questions, lots of help. What I love to see is when someone who has been helped starts helping. I see this all the time. It's wonderful. And so it takes pressure off of the TDEs and pressure off of core engineering because the community just grows organically. So it's beautiful. It's really, really great to see. If you're on NativeScript Snack and you were a great helper, you may be rewarded with a taco. I'm also known as Queen of the Bots, and I integrated the Hey Taco bot. So speaking of that bot, these are our Slack channel standouts. Basically, they have the most tacos. TriniWiz, our favorite friend from Trinidad, 119 tacos at this point. But we've got lots and lots of great people, Brad, Nathaniel, Nathan, Sean. You're going to see these names over and over again. They're very, very great people. And if you'd like to join us, please hop on. There's a tiny URL and NativeScript Slack. Just hop on. We also have great contributions from Stack Overflow. So here are our top Stack Overflow contributors. Again, number 1, Nathaniel. So thank you so much for contributing. What we're trying to have people do is post on Stack Overflow, and those are fed by a bot into Slack. So you can take a look. I actually didn't do that one. And now it's time, okay, I'm gonna hurry up, but this is the most important part of this particular show, which is to announce the contest winners. So periodically on the Slack channel, I'll spin up an app contest, because this is how I roll. I really enjoy doing this. And just to challenge people to make something nice, make something beautiful. And we had 6 amazing entries in this challenge, which was to use a minimum of 4 plugins to create a great app. This is Dwitch. You can order a sandwich on the French Riviera. It will be brought to you on Stop. And Shoutout Play allows you to record shoutouts. This is Health Signal. It's kind of to manage your health. We have a really cute trainer for Pokemon that was, there's a great backstory. You should read all about it, of why this was created. Another project of the Brostein. And then Towing by Alexander Jenkov. If you are stuck in Bulgaria and there's no AAA to be found, you use that app. And then Miwat by our friends from Falafel. And Lino is here representing Miwat, so happy to have them. So are you guys ready to hear the winners? Okay, so the winners are, we have 2 honorable mentions based on the 53 community votes that we got and also our own feedback. So honorable mention number 1 is to Alexander, who created Towing. Lots and lots of community support, lots of great votes. So happy. I'm going to be shipping him, I'm going to be emailing him a Amazon gift certificate, so thank you so much. Next runner-up is Shoutout Play. So come on up. So I'm happy to present to you something that I think you might like. No more t-shirts. Nobody wants more t-shirts. You can hop on stage if you want. I went to Best Buy and okay. It's one of those Philips Hue things. So cute. And our grand prize winner is the fabulous Lino of Miwat. So thank you so much. If you're interested in looking at Miwat, it's so fun. It's got this interesting IoT integration with this little device, and you plug basically your stupid machines in your kitchen or wherever into this device, and it will help you regulate the amount of electricity. Thank you so much. Thanks, Lino. So watch Slack, and there might be more app contests, and I can guarantee you the prizes keep getting better. So, because I kind of live close to Best Buy. So what we thought we would do is show on TJ's device, if we can get it working, some real live examples of nice NativeScript apps.
Yep, we need just a minute. This is your typical live demo fun. We're gonna kill QuickTime. You may not know this, but QuickTime has a neat feature when it works that allows you to do a new movie recording, and to do so, hey, there we go, oh, hey. But I can switch, if the demo guys are with me, to show my iPhone on the screen. Let's see, got the spinning circle, and there we go, excellent. This is when my mom will normally send an embarrassing text message to me, so let's hope that does not happen. But I have a few quick apps that I'm going to show to finish off the day. The first one is the NativeScript theme app. This is what you can find at github.com/nativescript/theme. If you peruse this app, though, you can just get an idea of some of the sort of utilities that this theme provides to help you build applications. You've got the sidebar. You've got some different styled switches. You can just get an idea of tabs and all the various things that you can do, so make sure to check out that app. That is the theme app. The next one we have, I think this is the Code Samples app. Let's let this load up here. Our Code Samples app, and there it goes. This is what you can find by looking for code samples on the docs. These are just copy and paste friendly snippets that show you how to build common things with NativeScript UI. So these are simple things like buttons and other UI elements as well. So this is the companion app you can use to sort of look at the docs to see what the code looks like, and then look at your device to see what it feels like on an actual real phone. That's the code samples. The next one I have is this UI for NativeScript example as well. This is also up on GitHub. Just has some examples of the sort of things you can build with UI for NativeScript. I think a little quick demo is a little more powerful on a device than sort of CN and slides. So we've got different list views, different things that you can do. You can check out this example on GitHub as well. But the new one is the UI for NativeScript data form, which is just a series of utilities to make presenting data or forms a lot easier. Oh wow. That was tricky. But my favorite part is this, there's these validators. Oops, I clicked the wrong thing. I'll try that again. Data form, my fingers sometimes miss. There's these little validators that I can use to sort of get this inline validation. And if you look at the code, which I encourage you to do, you'll see how simple it is to add this to your application for a pretty common scenario. We talked about Miwat. We've got a couple more here. Miwat is pretty awesome. So Jen, you want to briefly explain how this works in this app?
So Lino, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're going to give me one of these, right? Or I'm going to go buy one? That's fine. At Costco, right? They're going to be available on Costco? This is unbelievable to me. It's like Shark Tank, like right now. So you take this and you can plug it into your wall, and then you would take something like your Xbox or your coffee maker or something, and you can see how much electricity the device is using, because some devices actually pull electricity even when they're off. So you can use your companion NativeScript app to stop these the vampire devices that pull electricity. Just shut the thing off, and then you can save yourself some money. So with NativeScript, we're saving you money. It's beautiful.
Very money.
Money.
So the next one is one Jen put together called Pocket Rave, and I like showing this one just because it's a nice showcase of how NativeScript can work with Angular 2 to let you build for native and the web. So this is a little app that lets you create. Let's see, my live drawing skills. Jen's gonna try to get it so we can show this both at once. I tried to make the NativeScript logo, but it does not look anything like it. But it has some cool integrations, like it's got the color picker here. I'm gonna go ahead and save this. Now in theory, what Jen's showing up is when I save this on my device, it should show up on the web, Wi-Fi dependent, but we'll see if this actually works. But we do need some music. Let's see if this loads. The Wi-Fi might not be agreeing with us. We'll have to see. Oh, we're good. We need music. Somebody, give us a song.
What's the theme song for NativeScript? We need something. Not involving Rick rolling.
Come on, well, you listen to music.
Eye of the Tiger, thank you. Just do Tiger, I guess. This is a SoundCloud integration, so it's going to grab a track from SoundCloud.
So, Eye of the Tiger, yes, I want to select that.
And there you saw it, right? That's Firebase right there.
See, it popped up right here, and I can click this. We'll see if this works. And if we could play music here, that would be amazing. Let's see if it's going to work.
Too bad it's not like an actual eye with like colors.
There you go. Excellent selection.
Very good. Pocket Rave.
I feel like I'm going to turn that off. All right, and the last one, we're going to show Shadow Play, one of the other winners, because it has some pretty cool integration as well. Spotify, let's see if the Wi-Fi is with us. All right, we're going to need another song.
Let's go with that.
Daft Punk? All right, this is the last one.
Yeah, this is the last one. The last one.
Oh, I spelled it wrong. Oh, no. Live demo fail.
If that's the only thing that fails, we're money ahead. That's awesome.
I'm not hipster enough. Now, this app is pretty cool for music. I just mostly want to call your attention to how well this thing performs. Look at just the little subtle animations with this sidebar, list view, all these different things, endless refresh. It just shows the power that you have when you build a native application. And you can get these nice little different dialogues that come in. But we'll see if this works, and we'll end with this. See if we're even lucky. Now, because of this tight integration that NativeScript has with the device, check out that it's totally playing in my iOS 10 music indicator here, so I can use this to control. Pretty sweet. So that's
and you would record a shout out over that. And I think Nathan's going to give his whole talk on this, so we were not going to, we'll save it for you.
Yeah, that's the transition I was looking for.
That's the one.
And with that, hold on, we have more emojis to end with.
Oh,
so with that, play from current slide. Thank you.